Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Adafruit Show and Tell. I'm Liz. I'm going to be your host this evening. If you would like to join the stream to show off what you've been working on, all your projects, you can find a link in the live broadcast chat over on our Discord channel, and that's at adafruit.it/Discord. But first, we're going to kick things off with our friend Jay from DigiKey. Hey, Jay, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm in Minnesota. Usually I'm from LA or in LA, but I
Yeah,
came to Minnesota because DigiKey headquarters is here and they wanted to have me out for a week. So I've been
very
enjoying the
cool.
cold,
Yeah, it's quite the flip from what you're used to.
definitely.
Yeah.
What I want to show off is my new Digit. Digit's
Ooh,
birthday is coming up, which is actually the 25th, which has been 2 years working with this robot.
wow.
And it's still wearable, but recently we've been working on getting it walking again. So I have these really cool, fun, like walking motions it does. And
Nice.
I'm still working on it, still playing with it. It's still going to be in all my videos and with me in all my events. But yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys since it's going to be 2 years old with this guy.
Very cool. And
Very
I
much.
see, do you have a little like a pin or brooch on your
Oh yeah,
vest
this
too?
is something I've been playing with because to
Yeah.
make me and Digit connect more, I'm working on some more wearable clothing. That way, I can add sensors to Digit and then have Digit take the data from my body sensors and then give it to this guy and make him do different stuff depending on that. So this is just more
Very
of a
cool.
fashion statement for right now because it is shiny and cool. My friend
Yeah.
Deborah helped me with this one,
Oh, very
but
cool.
yeah,
Nice. Well, I always love seeing how Digit evolves and everything you're working on.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's very fun, but still very crazy. I have a controller right now. I'm using the Adafruit Joy Featherwing to control them, mainly for the fact that I don't want them running off the table.
Fair.
So I gave an auto mode before, and it was just trying to just like yeet itself off the table. So when it's in this mode, it's very much controllable. And then I have another mode, which is wearable mode, where he puts all his feet back, and then the head kicks in, and the gyroscope kicks in, and then it's wearable again. And I can
Very
easily take
cool.
them and shove them on my shoulder, and we'll just hang out like we usually do. So yeah,
Awesome. Well, happy birthday, Digit, and I hope you have fun in Minnesota visiting DigiKey on site.
yeah, thanks.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Now we're going to hear from some Adafruit folks, starting with Scott. Hey,
Hey
how are you?
Liz, doing well. Thank you for hosting.
No problem.
I'm back in Zephyr land. So Zephyr is a
Mm.
free is a real time operating system. It's more than just the kernel. It's got all this sorts of stuff, including
Yeah.
Bluetooth Low Energy. This is one of the main appeals of Zephyr is that Nordic, who does great BLE chips, they're 100% Zephyr. They're bringing the latest and greatest of BLE to Zephyr, which is awesome and super cool.
Yeah.
But I've been working on building CircuitPython on top of Zephyr,
Right.
and so I'm trying to get Bluetooth Low Energy working in CircuitPython on Zephyr. And the hope is that the appeal of Zephyr is that this is the last time I'll have to do it.
Right. Yeah.
Because in theory, like all the boards that Zephyr supports, including non-Nordic ones, will be supported kind of in the same API that Zephyr presents.
Yeah.
So that's the hope. I think the reality is probably somewhere like not quite there. Like I was trying to get I2S working, and it was like, oh, it kind of works here, and it doesn't work there, and it's like suddenly I'm fixing
Gotcha.
Zephyr instead of CircuitPython, which is still a better
Right.
place to be. But yeah, so I'm in BLE land. They have a cool simulator. I'm not
Mm.
going to show it right here, but you can actually simulate Bluetooth Low Energy, kind of all within your computer. So I had Codex implement scanning and advertising using the simulator, and it worked. And so today I
Nice.
was trying to get it working on an NRF 5340
Hmm.
device, and I ran into some issues. However, if you show my screen, I
Yes.
do kind of have it working. So here you can
Okay.
see that it wasn't working
Right.
because I think I'll have to look tomorrow. But I think the issue is that like I stopped the scan, but it didn't actually get completely stopped,
Oh, I
and then I
see.
couldn't
Yeah.
start it again because it was still going under the hood.
Mm.
Um, so I just pressed the reset button,
Okay.
and now the
Look at
code
that.
works. So I'm getting some advertisements. There's actually another bug here where it
Sweet.
like printed out and then it just stopped.
Okay.
and then I like poked it, I typed something, and then it was like, oh, let me rerun, and it just like did the 10 advertisements that I was actually asking it for. So
That's cool.
it's not working perfectly. And
But-
this is the sort of thing I kind of hope the simulator will be able to replicate,
Yeah.
where I could say like fake a scan where you get a lot of advertisements all at once, right? Because I'm like in this building that a bunch of people are in. The test that right now is it's just like, here's this one other device, and it's just one device. It's not going to overwhelm you. So figuring out how to like have 10 devices that are all advertising at once, and seeing if we can hit this case in the simulator would be interesting.
Yeah. Very cool.
And then I was trying to get advertising going too, because once I have advertising working, I can actually put CircuitPython twice in the simulator, one scanning, one advertising, and have CircuitPython talk to CircuitPython in a simulation.
That's very cool.
And do that in an automated way. So like, not only can we run it on our CI, but we could also like plug it into an LLM and say like, hey, you're implementing this thing. Here's how to run a test, or write a test that uses this infrastructure. Like I just added like setting the BLE name, and it was just like, oh, I did it. And I was like, okay, add a test. And it did add a test, and it passes. I haven't actually looked at the test, so maybe the test doesn't actually set it.
Gotcha.
But I'll do that before I like PR it, make sure that everything's
Very cool.
A little, like give it a once over before I actually do a PR. But that's the selling point, as you know, that like working with these models is trying to get a feedback loop going so that they can decide whether the code works or not.
That'd be big game changer. 'Cause otherwise, in the past, you would have to like basically to know for sure that everything worked, have to get every single board and test. So that's great.
I've always been bad about that, and like that was the key takeaway from my CircuitPython 2026 is I got to get better at testing, and I'm like very much in that mode right now because I don't actually have to write the tests. I'm like using an LLM to write them for me, and then I'm really excited to actually test workflows too. So like the BLE workflow doesn't get a lot of love. A lot of people don't use it, but I'd love to have a test that like can make sure that it stays working.
Definitely.
Because I imagine like a mobile app in the future where you could talk to your phone, tell it, make me a CircuitPython app that does this, and then it Bluetooths to your device. Like it writes the code.py for you and loads the libraries onto the device for you.
Yeah.
And so that will still use that BLE workflow under the hood, but you don't have to type on your phone, which is just terrible.
Yes.
So like having a simulator where I could test it and make sure that it works all the time would be great.
Definitely.
So I'm very excited about this vein of CircuitPython development right now.
Yeah, very cool. And great to see that you're continuing to make really awesome progress on it.
Hopefully it'll keep going.
Yes. And then are you deep diving this week?
That's the plan. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And I do like, I do want to take a look at the Yodo stuff too. I really would love to get the speaker going.
Me too. I kind of want to noodle with that this weekend. See if I feel like I can do it because now the IO expander and everything's there. So I think we can do it.
I was just going to say, I think the JSON file has default states for all the pins on the IO expander, and I think that might have been part of what was hanging.
I think so too. I really think that's what was holding me up. So I think we can do it. And also thank you for writing the reverse engineering notes in the guide. We will be having a guide come out probably end of the week that's going to be talking about getting CircuitPython running on these little Yodo players. So.
Yeah, and feel free to change whatever I wrote.
Oh, no, it was all good. Cool. All right, well, thanks you so much, Scott. Looking forward to your deep dive.
Yep,
bye. All right, now we're going to hear from Erin.
Hello.
Hey, Erin, how are you?
Fantastic. I am having a great week, actually.
Good.
So my project this week that I just launched is this little necklace, and it has a matrix inside.
Wow.
Ooh.
Very pretty.
It's very pretty. It's got a feather ESP32 inside of it and a little tiny LiPo battery plus one of the 64 pixel LED matrices. And I'm running WLED on it, so it's really easy to change animations and code it just with my smartphone.
Nice.
And the enclosure is actually made out of thermoplastic, which is something else that we sell in the shop. So you just get it warm or, melt it with your little heat gun, and you can sculpt with it just like it's clay. And then I painted it kind of bronze, and it's just
very cool.
Really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how the battery is going to last yet. I'm assuming it won't last me all night, but I do have the brightness turned down to like 3. So it's such a small little form factor that this thing is like screamingly bright. So I have it turned down almost all the way. So
I was going to say, it looks nice and bright. So
yeah, it's brighter than you probably want most of the time, like flashing in people's faces. I turned it down as much as possible, but it is a pretty cool little thing. I've never seen anything quite like it. I like the flame animation here. So,
and that's great.
Are just built into WLED, and there's a lot of customizing and stuff that you can do in there. So yeah, I've been having fun with it.
Excellent. Well, thank you, and look forward to your guide's live now. So if you want to drop a link in the chat,
one of these, take a look in the Learn system. And
great. All right, thank you, Erin.
Thanks.
All right, now we're gonna have JP play us out. Maybe literally. Hello.
Hey. All right. It's definitely possible. So yeah, I've been playing around with some SynthIO inside of Circuit Python stuff, and I met up with Todd Kurt, and he gave me, if you can pull up my screen here, a little synth that he's put together. There's a PCB that's mostly cap touch with reverse mount LEDs on it. And then a bunch of potentiometers, one encoder. There's a little DAC on there. And then there's a spot for a Pico or Pico 2, as well as this OLED. This is called SynthIO. I think if these are, they're open source, but I think they're also available on this Tindy store. So maybe I'll put a link. But what I'm running on here is a bit of code that Todd had put together previously on a different synth, but ported it to this one that's called TB-ish. And that's because it is similar to a Roland TB303, which stands for transistor base, a TB. So TB-ish is a sort of hacked together version of that we're using to figure out some of the things that we want to do moving forward in CircuitPython to allow this sort of thing. But the TB303 and this were essentially a baseline synthesizer, and the particular filter on it is what sort of launched acid house music. So I'll play a little demo from this, and mostly it's just going to repeat one pattern. I can transpose it, but then I'm going to use the knobs to adjust the filter on it, and we'll see if you can hear any of this over the speaker. Let's see.
Yeah, sounds good.
So this is just the main low-pass filter frequency.
Okay.
And then everything else is around shaping that to get it squinkier and screamier.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll end it there. So this is really exciting that it sounds great.
Yeah.
And this is using a couple of interesting things inside of SynthIO, including effects chains, so the ability to chain together some of these filters and delays, and there's a distortion or a drive in there. And the transpose of notes works well, but it's kind of a fixed sequence that I can't really change the individual notes on just because of the overhead required right now to do timing. Also, the timing isn't great on it as you try to push the tempo up, or if you just kind of pay attention to it, the timing is a little bit sloppy just because of reasons, garbage collection reasons and things like that.
Yeah.
But we're using this as sort of a launching off point for seeing if we can do some things in the future to make something like this really tight and a little more viable. So I've been playing around with that, and hats off to Todd for all the work he's done in this, as well as everyone else contributing things to CircuitPython's SynthIO and effects chains and things that have made something like this work. So I'm excited to show this and to play around with this. And I've also got some other projects cooking that I'm going to show tomorrow if people want to come by the workshop.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, that's a very impressive PCB. And I know that there's like fine tuning that's going to be done to it. But I mean, just as is, I think it sounds really impressive. Even just the fact that sequencing like that all in CircuitPython, it's really quite the achievement. So
yeah, I'm impressed.
Really
and this
cool.
is a nice playground for the different SynthIO stuff, just because there's a lot of built-in I/O and the NeoPixels as well. There's some MIDI in and out on it, and then there's the nice stereo DAC there that you can use to play. So the thing I was going to work on, when I pulled this out, I actually had a Pico on it, but thankfully it's socketed, so I was able to yank the Pico 2 on it because it needed the horsepower to run some of those effects. So.
Yeah, definitely. Well, very cool. Looking forward to your workshop show tomorrow.
Thanks so much. Appreciate you doing the show, Liz.
No problem. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. All right, that's going to do it for Show and Tell tonight. Fantastic projects all around. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. Remember, tomorrow, JP has his workshop show, and then Scott is deep diving on Friday. But until then, hope everyone has a great rest of the week. Have a good one. Bye.